speaking of free-to-play, Evolve.
Is not.
Evolve is out February
10th.
10th?
Yes.
And apparently there is a game called Evolve Hunter's Quest coming to the App Store.
What?
This appeared on the App Store yesterday briefly before it was taken down.
Wow.
But not before people were able to grab the screenshots and the info. It is a free-to-play match 3 game.
That's what I was hoping for.
There is a free-to-play match 3 game based on Evolve.
Is that what's on?
Coming to him. Yeah, this is just one screen. I mean, it doesn't, it's not terribly exciting.
Old Markov.
That's what it'll look like on your phone. I just thought the choice of making a match 3 game was
Interesting.
yes.
It's
not
like,
what I
hey,
would
let's
expect.
just slap a skin
So
on.
a lot of games have companion apps now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like Evolve's companion app.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like it sounds a little bit more interesting than just a generic companion app to me. Like if it's actually trying to do have a gameplay.
It does tie into the console and PC game where you can unlock art in the full game.
Okay.
And you can also watch replays of your matches from a bird's eye view in the app.
That's
in
kinda
the
It's
game.
kind of cool. Like if you get super into the competitive aspect of that game, that's kind of neat to be able to like do play-by-plays of your own.
I'm assuming, I didn't see any internet chatter about this. I'm assuming people are making fun of it being a match 3 game. I have no problem with it because they totally work on mobile. Like that's what people kind of want to play. Like Threes is my most played mobile game, like puzzle games like that. So
Does that count as a match 3 game?
no, it's not match
It's
3.
literally
but I'm-
matching threes.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. It's not match 3, but I just mean like that style of game makes sense for mobile. So this doesn't offend my sensibilities at all.
Justin was not offended.
Sensibility still intact. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have it be that than like trying to shoehorn a first-person experience.
Like there was a pretty bad or so-so. It wasn't bad. It was mediocre Borderlands mobile game that tried to be too much like Borderlands.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you probably should just do what makes more sense for the platform.
Sure.
And I was actually a big fan of how Watch Dogs did it, having the mobile app interact with the console and PC by having an asymmetrical multiplayer game where,
Yeah.
in that case, the mobile player would control cops trying to stop you getting from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And that was a really good idea.
I think it'd be cool if the app for Evolve allowed a sixth person to sort of interact with the flora and fauna in a round that is currently going on.
Yeah,
It's
like
be able to,
the Hunger Games.
to anger some of the animals in the environment during a match, and then see if that you can just cause a ruckus. Yeah, you'd be like the
kinda-
Hunger Games.
kinda
organizer.
Wow, that was a really long delay
Yeah.
from the time that.
I mean, it's the distance. It bounced off that wall.
Got it.
Yeah.
It should be called
Yeah, like-
Evolve, causing a ruckus.
Cause with an apostrophe.
And cause is spelled with a K.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting news. Evolve I'm curious to see how that is all going to play out. People were really hyped for that when it was unveiled, I guess just last year, right?
But now there's a lot of anger over getting back to like free to play stuff. There are a lot of free to play style microtransactions in there.
In a $60 game, like they've pre-announced the whole slate of DLC coming, which is
Which is significant stuff like extra monsters.
Yeah.
Extra monsters,
that you
extra
can get
hunters.
if you pre-order it, or you have to
Yeah.
pay $15 if you don't.
yeah, that stuff feels pretty gross. I mean,
Yeah, that's going a little far. It's a shame to see them do that to what looks like a really promising game. I mean, I'm sure that just the base game is going to be plenty fun. Like it's a distraction. And it takes away from like the feel good. Like, hey, this game looks really good.
Yeah.
But oh wait, there's this other stuff I'm not getting. What am I missing out on? Instead of concentrating on, hey, what I'm actually getting is good.
Yeah, and I mean, some of this is perception, maybe more so than reality. Like, I believe Turtle Rock when, and I know enough about how games are made that, content gets locked and you go into QA and the discs have to go be pressed and then your team's just sitting there. Like, sometimes for a long time, like months, and that's when DLC happens. Like, this is just because they announced, okay, we're doing this monster and this hunter and these maps, like, that's not content that could have just been on the disc, but they're holding it back to make more money. Although that does happen sometimes too. But in this instance, when they say, look, no, like this is stuff that we're still working on, it's going to be available post-launch, like, I get it, but maybe wait until your game's out before you start revealing like what people can expect.
Yeah, and it is a lot of that psychology of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if this sort of PR launch mess is the sixth monster?
Wow.
Somehow it all turns into, you just turn into this rolling ball of mistakes.
I mean, it's on a case-by-case basis because there have been games that sold you keys to unlock content that was already on your disc. And that's the worst. Like, there's nothing worse than this. But in the case of Turtle Rock, like, Left 4 Dead, incredible. Like
Yeah.
they're a developer that I think has a good track record, and I'm inclined to, in this instance, sort of take their word.
And, for me, like I don't even care what's on the disc as long as what I get for the $60 is good. Like
Sure.
as long as that's as long as I don't play that and go like, hey, that was okay, but there should have it wasn't enough variety.
Yeah.
It got old really quick. Then that's a problem. Like if they are sectioning stuff off. But if not, then it's just a matter of perception.
How long do rounds in Evolve last?
The ones I've played have been like maybe 15 minutes
Yeah.
tops.
That's like
It's
the whole,
pretty
like from
short.
start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I've had rounds where the monsters crush us right away, and then I had other rounds that just went on forever. They do have a finite amount of time, though.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah,
like
it's timed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the monster hits the 3rd tier, like it's pretty much over. It's like if you let the monster get that far, you're in a lot of trouble.
Cool.
Don't tell me what I can't do. I'm gonna fight only 3rd tier monsters now.